Hello Pisces, this is your love and relationship reading for December 2018, end of the year. So let's see what's going on and what to expect for this last month. Alright, cutting the cards. Okay, your first card is Strength in Reverse. This is the Magician. You have a King of Pentacles. Okay. This is the World. You have Five of Cups, Six of Cups, Seven of Cups. So all of this water energy, 5, 6, and 7, are showing up all of a sudden in sequence. We have a Queen of Wands. And then this is a Ten of Wands. So all of a sudden you get all of this water energy, and then you get some fire energy. Remember, the Magician holds a wand as well. Strength is Leo the Lion. This is about taming the ego, but this is reversed as well. But you have some Pentacles energy, this King of Pentacles here, and then the World, which also is about the end of a journey, a new cycle. In the bigger picture, it's a major arcana card. So, interesting with this fire and water. Of course, your water energy, Pisces. So I get a sense of being overwhelmed with this fire. This fire seems to be overpowering you. And let me explain why. Those are my first impressions. This firepower. My first impressions as far as relationship issues is that someone has a stronger will than you. Someone is overpowering you in the relationship. You've kind of lost your power here. I'm going here with the past influences as we head into November. What are the past influences that are having an effect on November as far as your relationship? What are the things that are playing out in December from the previous month? And what you have here is Strength in Reverse. And sometimes strength, when it's reversed, it can just mean feeling scared. But as I said, the dominant impression I'm getting, Pisces, especially when I look at your notes from last year, in November, the theme of your reading was getting fired up, turning up the heat. And that just might be the case as far as things heating up, change happening here. So when I look at this Strength in Reverse, and then I see the Magician is a card about having power and influence, and I feel like someone's power and influence is overwhelming you, that someone has the upper hand in this relationship. And then, interestingly enough, then you have this King of Pentacles here, and I'm not ready to ascribe any court card, because you also have a Queen of Wands here. I'm not going to be so quick to say these represent certain people, but they definitely represent the energies of the relationship and what your partner is bringing into the relationship. So what I see here in the first two cards from the past influences is the relationship heading into November with unequal power, lack of balance and harmony. And it's also interesting, when you look at these two cards, you'll notice the infinity symbol in both cards. Okay, And this infinity symbol, in the tarot, it represents so within, so without. This power that never ends. Um, it represents this psychic, spiritual energy, um, and strength and magic. Those are the types of energies that can't be contained. They have no beginning and they have no end. And those are powers you can access through your own personal will. Both of these cards, Strength and the Magician, are about using your inner power. And so I think it's interesting that there's one card where the inner power is reversed, and there's one card where the inner power is positive. It's upright. So that's why I'm getting this feeling of balance, lack of balance in the relationship with you and your partner, that there's no harmony. But it can also mean, for some of you Pisces people, that you've lost influence in the relationship, or it could even be a minor breakup, and some of you Pisces people are sort of feeling defeated. So interestingly enough, we get some grounded earth energy here. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is about the physical world. The King of Pentacles focuses on finances and home and practical energies. In a relationship reading, what this means for me as past influences is you coming into December finding a little bit of more grounding. There's a little, there seems to be a need for you to find the balance. I feel like the King of Pentacles is coming into this as if to say, all right, let's get grounded here. Earth is grounded. It's very slow energy. But it feels as if you came into December overwhelmed by the relationship and some of the relationship issues. I feel like with this Magician overwhelming the Strength card, that your partners are calling the shots. They are not compromising. And so when I see this King of Pentacles, I see some of you in your relationships trying to get more balance and just sort of getting more realistic and grounded. Because as water energy, you can be very intuitive, very dreamy. Sometimes your emotions take over. Your heart overrules your head. So I see this King of Pentacles not as a particular person, but this need to sort of solve problems and get to the heart of the issue. But also you trying to get your power and influence back. Because as I said, I see this Strength card applying to you. I feel you coming into December overwhelmed with certain relationship issues. One person has more power in the relationship than you. One person's calling the shots. One person is basically, you know, being very self-centered. They've got you where they want you. That's what I'm seeing. And that can play out in different ways. So when we come here, what's going to be happening in December is the world. The world is about the end of a chapter and beginning a new one. And so look at this Five of Cups right here in the center. And this is where I'm getting these feelings of separation or breakup for some of you Pisces. Lots of regrets here. Sometimes it can mean feeling sorry for yourself. Sometimes it feels that, you know, I'm getting a feeling of some of you thinking, how could this person do this to me? How could they abandon me? And then it's followed by a Six of Cups, and this is always the card of the past memories, ex-partners, ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, memories of those. Someone's missing another person. Sometimes I see it as, yes, an ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend could come back into the picture during the holidays. For some of you Pisces people, you know, there's always a certain amount of drama during the holidays. Believe it or not, And based on my years of reading, sometimes the drama in relationships tends to happen during the holidays. And so I'm getting a lot of sentimental memories and missing someone with all of this water energy for you Pisces people. And that's understandable, because when the world comes along, it means a new chapter in your life, but it can also mean a new chapter in a relationship, that things are closing, things are not, it's time to move on. But with all of this water energy showing up for you Pisces, the holiday season for some of you might be kind of sentimental. Some of you might actually hear from your partner. If you're not with your partner, I get a feeling that some of you might hear from your partner, or Christmas greetings, I miss you, things like that. That's definitely possible here. Okay, but I feel like the world is about a transition to a new stage or a new level. And it could be for some of you closure, but then for some of you it could be a working things out. So remember, the past influences include this King of Pentacles here, where people try to compromise. The King of Pentacles is practical, a good businessman, a good negotiator, and then the world, a new chapter, leaving things behind and moving on. That's not necessarily a bad thing for some of you. It could be some of you working things out to take the relationship to a new level. And if you did have a big argument here, from what I can see here with the Magician and Strength in reverse, then this could very well mean here that in December, a lot of reconciliation and working things out. Okay, so what we see here heading into the future, how will December leave you? How will you end up? You have a Seven of Cups here. And once again, this water energy, 5, 6, 7, those are the numbers in the middle. Okay, they're in the middle of a situation. Numbers are very important, because when we get to 10, you do have a 10 of Wands here. 10 is usually closure and new beginnings. And then you have a Queen of Wands here as well. So this water energy, as you go to 5, then you go to 6, then you go to 7, the Seven of Cups is about making emotional choices. It's about not procrastinating and making a wise choice, because you see that there's 7 cups to choose from. Sometimes this is about procrastination and having your head in the clouds. And so sometimes, Pisces, it's good to stop being sentimental and keep going back to the past and the old memories of that partner. When that partner first told you, I love you. And it's easy to hold on to those, especially if you are a very intuitive, emotional person, which you do tend to be. But the Seven of Cups is sort of like your call to make an emotional choice, make a wise choice in this relationship if you're going to get back together with someone. And I definitely see that happening, because then we get this fire energy showing up with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands can represent a man or a woman, but the Queen of Wands is sort of like that fiery, passionate energy. Kings are the outward. Kings are active. Queens are passive. They address the emotional. They address support. They address the inner power, the thinking and the feeling. And the Kings are usually about action. So I see these two cards as, for some of you Pisces, the energy of your partner here, where the fire will kind of come back a little bit. Your partner will try to work it out. This water and fire, it's always difficult because they're two opposite energies. Water can squash out fire, and they're as far as the energy spectrum, obviously they're very different. Fire destroys and changes, but water flows, and it's continuous, and it's flexible. And so yes, the energy of another partner, where some of you Pisces people, after going through this transition with the world and missing someone and feeling sentimental, are going to get to a place where your partners are going to sort of try to work things out. So that's when we get to that Ten of Wands here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and shuffle right now for an outcome card. This is the final card that kind of ties up all the other cards together and sort of tells me how all of this will play out by the end of the month. What is the lesson the Oracle wants you to know for this month? And as I said, basically what I'm seeing here is emotional changes in the relationship. I'm seeing a relationship going through transitions and changes. Sometimes I feel like this is about, for some of you, the growing pains in a relationship as well. For some of you, it may be coping with the end of relationship, but let's see what's going to happen here and see what's going to go on. So, I'm going to pull the outcome card and see how these major arcana cards are definitely working together, because your major arcana cards are the major storytellers. They're the arc of how this is playing out. And you have a Queen of Pentacles. And that's a very good card for relationships, because like the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles is about the physical world, prosperity, happy family. She represents the good housewife. And I'm not saying anyone's a housewife or wife or anything like that, but in general, the Queen of Pentacles is a grounding, stable energy where people can be happy together. In a relationship reading, this is about people being able to live together, to make a life together. And so that's a good energy. It's grounding, it's stable. It means that the relationship in the physical world, there's a good physical connection as well. You two might be, some of you might be seeing your ex-partners coming back based on what I saw in that Ten of Wands. But the Queen of Pentacles is a good relationship card because it means one big happy family. So that's always a good thing. Anyway, thank you for your support, and just know that in another week you're going to be getting your 2019 predictions. And if you are a new person, a new subscriber, you might want to check out your 2018 predictions from last year. And some of you have mentioned that some of the things I said last year kind of played out. So why don't you, some of you might want to check it out and see what I said last year in regards to your astrological sign, and get ready for 2019. So thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. I wish you all the best for the next month, and I'll see you in 2019.